Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing great. I am making a couple things this morning. First thing is a Christmas tree. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this clear hunk down first. Let me get my gloves. Good morning, how are you? What you up to? I'm getting some stuff ready for the kiln quick. I have been neglecting the kiln. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, Miss. How are you? Ellen, I need to send you a message. My book, How the Dragon Saved the Bell Tower, did not come out at the end of November. You are still going to be in the book. I want it out in time for Christmas. I'm getting editing help, and it's just taking forever. You know the saying, if you want something done, you do it yourself. I need to just start listening to that advice. So, thank you for being patient. It is forthcoming. Okay, I'm going to start with a clear base. And I'm doing a white Christmas tree for someone. Ellen, you are a love. Thank you. I'm still going to send you a message, though. I'm glad I saw you on here. I woke up this morning thinking about it because I got an email saying it's just going to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to cut these. This is iridescent, gorgeous glass that I'm turning into a white Christmas tree for someone. This was someone who had commented on a live when I was making trees. And the problem with my TikTok, the boxes are all sold out. There is stuff. Thank you, Ellen. Hugs and hugs and hugs. There is stuff for sale on our website, the 1870 Studio, but the boxes are all sold out. The mystery packages right now, if you get a mystery package, they're getting some Christmassy feels to them. Not crazy Christmas feels, but there are going to be some Christmas goodies. Anywho, oh yeah, whenever I'm doing a live and I'm showing you this sort of stuff that I'm making, people will comment that they want this, and they say message me, and I gotta stop doing that because what happens on TikTok is I'll have a video that gets really popular. And then I'll end up, good morning and hello, everybody. Good morning, honey, to you too. And hey, in Kansas. But I'll end up getting a popular video, and then I wake up to like 500 or 600 messages in my DMs. So I lose the comments from people who say, oh, I love that. I want to get that. So I'm going to stop doing it altogether because I don't want to disappoint anybody. And I got a message from a person who I had said I will let them know about my white trees. I was making white trees. I totally dropped the ball. And I'm hoping, I wrote her a message saying I was sorry. And I'm hoping she sees it and responds. I want to just give her one. Because she, I don't like to disappoint people. So I'm not going to, on lives anymore, I'm not going to say, message me. Because the messages get lost. Hey, Joe in Scotland, how are you? What part are you in? Making a white Christmas tree just now. And it's iridescent. Can you see the iridescence on this? Can you see that? Hope you can. And I'm building this on kiln paper. I never, ever, ever, my goal is to never disappoint anybody. I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes to be disappointed. Good morning, Lilac Jade. How are ya? So I'm just piling up little bits of this white iridescent. This stuff really looks beautiful. And I want to deliberately have some hang on its side. I want to have it kind of all different ways. And the glue burns off in the kiln. You find messages from weeks ago. Yep. I feel so bad because I never want somebody to think that I'm ignoring them, ever, ever. That's terrible. I felt really bad when I read the message from her because she was disappointed, and it totally was my fault. Typically what I do is I delete, like, usually people ask me, how do I find a church? And it's like, I make these TikToks and I tell you how to. And sometimes I make like personal ones for people that ask for a specific place. But the messages, and sometimes the messages are just like, so-and-so shared a video and things like that too. So there's my little morning disclaimer. It's been a lovely morning so far. Today's going to be super fun. Morton's such a sweetie. He got our grandson an advent calendar that is puzzles. I love this. So each day there's a puzzle to put together. Isn't that fun? So we're gonna put a puzzle together today. I fell asleep during the movie last night, during part of it anyway. This one's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna make it extra beautiful. And I really, 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 really hope that she messages me back and I get to send this to her. And I love, like, the thing I really love about TikTok, I love our community. Good morning, T. I love communicating with people. Yesterday, TikTok, I was commenting on, it's just so many comments we were getting on a couple of videos that I made. I'm commenting and TikTok stopped me and said, "You're commenting too fast. Take a break." So I wasn't allowed to comment. I waited a couple hours and came back and I was able to comment then. But it's annoying because it's, I think a big part of the fun of TikTok is being able to communicate with people on here. I want to use all of these. I want to make these, that guy needs to be a little bit lower. I might turn him in. Let's turn him into you get up there. You be the little white stem. How's everybody doing? Are you cozy and warm? I was making a TikTok about loading the stove this morning because Morton was still sleeping and I was going to do it. And I thought, oh, good chance for me to do it. Morton heard me open that stove and he basically ran out into the stove room. I'm not allowed to load that. Nate Petrosky, hey. Oh my gosh, I feel so honored. Nate, when are you and Jen and Minion coming up? Seriously, bring all your animals. Bring all your critters. Well, I know Az is a working doggy. I gotta flip around. I'm shocked. Nate Petrosky's on here. I'm a super fan. I'm gonna totally fangirl, and I gotta tell Morton. Morton loves you so much. I love you too. I love Jen. Jen is an amazing cook. If Morton and Jen ever got together for cooking, we would eat like kings and queens. I'm in Pennsylvania. I would love for you to see our layout and give us your opinion. The stove, Morton's not going to believe this. Morton, Nate Petrosky is on the live. Nate is on the live. Nate Petrosky. Nate who? Morton, Nate who? How many Nates do you know? Morton, I told Nate and Jen to come up.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. This stuff's amazing.
You're not far. We love you. We're super fans, aren't we? We watch your videos all the time.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Minions out of this world.
Minion is what I'm using. You're not that far from us. It would be a great road trip. You sleep up in the loft, check out the stove. Martin's cooking food right now. And Minion, oh my gosh, yes, bring Jen. Do this. Martin's bacon. I kind of feel like a little bit like this is a homestead, only in here. And for the first 2 years, I basically slept in a tent and sleeping bag in here. You've been tagged so many times in the videos. I love it. I love it. I can't believe Nate is on.
Yeah, I used his trick last week, a couple of weeks ago, when I was putting the stove back, like cleaning out the stove and everything. The top of it had got a bit rusty, so I cleaned it off with wire wool and oiled it, and it seasoned the top of the stove like you had done in one of your videos.
Yes.
And it worked amazing. Because I was going to paint it, and then I thought and I remembered what I saw, and it worked amazing. It meant I didn't have to paint it at all, and it gave it a far better looking finish.
Oh, it looks so good. You still have to do the back side of it. You
Yeah,
did the front. Morton did the front of it, and Morton then comes and finds me and he goes, come see what I did. And he goes, I learned this from Nate. And I think that's the cool thing. That is the coolest thing about this platform is people helping other people. Like Morton likes to teach people how to do sourdough bread. I like to teach people how to live frugally and make stuff. And yeah, it's super cool. I can't believe you're here. Morton, I'm totally fangirling. Help me. Help. Nate, this is like that time I met Brad Paisley and I just went on and on and on. I couldn't shut up. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, if Minion came here. Morton won't let me get a dog because he says I travel too much. But we would both have a dog like Minion in a day. Minion loves to go places and do things.
Yeah.
We basically only use
These big wildlife guardian dogs, something else.
Az is so beautiful.
Trained.
Helping people, yes. Yes, from the middle of the woods. Yeah, you are such a great dog trainer. Az is so beautiful. Hello, everybody. Everybody, like, if you don't, seriously, I don't know how you would not know Nate Petrosky, but if you don't know Nate, go follow him and Jen. They're lovely, and Nate's a homesteader. Nate's one of the first people that Morton and I think you followed Nate first, and then I followed Nate, and then TikTok, for some weird freaky deaky reason, TikTok, the other day, one of your videos came up on my FYP, and it showed I wasn't following you, so I had to refollow.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. I don't know if it's
annoying.
unfollowed me again, because he used to be on my
TikTok does
FYP
that
page
all the time.
and then I stopped
I
seeing
don't
him
get
a
it.
lot.
Az is such a great dog. Minion is Lord Minion. Oh my gosh, bring Lord Minion here, and we can do some great little videos on him. Let me show you right where Lord Minion can sit. Well, basically, anyway, he wants to. But I have a chair that I'm saving for Santa. But Lord Minion would look so cute in it. He's so beautiful. I love him. Look at. Tell me that's not Lord Minion's chair. Look at him. We could even set a little stool up there. You're going to love Nate. You are going to love Nate. Nate is so real and gives such incredible advice. And oh my goodness, I only wish I had like he could totally sit there. We could put a little Christmas hat on him. It would be adorable. Nate would probably do what our Nate wouldn't, our Minion would probably do what our granddog does. Every time she comes up, she just goes and smells all the stuff. Like, I have a lot of trees that are real trees in here. Like, real trees in here. And she'll just go and sniff. So it's amazing. But seriously, Nate, anytime, message us. Red carpet will be rolled out for you. You and Morton can have coffee or a beer. He loves to cook like Jen loves to cook. What are you making this morning? He's doing potato pancakes this morning. I know, Jen, I'm so fangirling. Oh my gosh, Jen's on too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jen, please come up. Nate and Jen. Oh my gosh, Jen. Come up. Jen says cooking is the best.
Yeah, I need to find Nate's tricks. I had my pans seasoned properly, and then for some reason it's like they're not quite right these days.
Nate, you gotta come help with the
and I don't know
pans.
whether they're based
Hi,
on-
Jen. Martin, say hi to Jen.
I usually season them on the stove top, but it's like I don't know if you're best doing them in the oven or on the stove top because they're not been too great lately.
So he has bacon in the oven. And we love your outdoor kitchen. Oh my gosh. Yes, everybody, Nate and Jen are here. Now if only Lord Minion jumped on. He is from Scotland. Jen says she found the oven is best for the seasoning, honey.
Oh, yeah, try
And
that
so
then,
does
'cause
Nate.
Mine's gone all kind of patchy.
Yeah, it's gotten patchy. But, oh my goodness, I'm ready to pass out. Everybody, if you do not... Oh, Jen's aunt is from Glasgow.
Oh, right. That's 7 miles from where my mum was from.
Yeah, his mom was from just outside of Glasgow. That is so cool. We have a choo-choo train going by. I don't know if you can hear it. Martin's making potato pancakes for breakfast for him and the grand. Oh my gosh, I totally feel now like like when we meet people and they say they feel like they know us and we haven't met in person before. Sheila, you are gonna love Nate and Jen. Oh my goodness. But that's how I feel right now. I feel like I know you both. I feel like I'm besties with you both. It's lovely.
These are high
It's
protein,
super
Priscilla,
surreal.
so you know.
Those are high
Egg
protein
and
ones he's
potato and
doing.
cheese.
You guys are gonna love Nate. I can't believe you haven't followed Nate and Jen yet. Jen is the most amazing cook. I would love to see Jen and Martin cook together. I could just pet Minion. Minion could snuggle under the fire. Oh my goodness, and I'm in my pajamas. Oh my goodness, I seriously... What's on the menu is potato pancakes. High protein potato pancakes he's made this morning. And in case everybody doesn't know, we have 100% TikTok celebrities on the live. Nate and Jen, they're amazing. If you've never watched their videos, follow them. Honey, did you make a video about these?
No, I didn't know if they were going to come out anything decent, so I didn't want to make a video of a disaster.
What is in the pancake, babe?
It's egg,
Jen
cheese,
just
and
followed
potato.
us. Swoon. Jen, thank you. Oh my goodness.
It's
Martin, feel my pulse. I'm ready to have a... Yeah, I'm
It's-
going to stop now, I promise.
leftover mashed potatoes mushed up with a couple of eggs, a little bit of cream and salt, pepper, and a handful of shredded cheese.
Oh, if you come visit, you can have scotch. Yes. Oh, we will get you the good scotch. We will get you the good scotch, won't we, Martin? Martin, how fun would it be for you to sit at the bar and have a drink with Nate?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to take you down and show you the bar. I don't know if we have any scotch in there.
There's no booze in it.
You tell us you're coming and we go to the state store right now. Martin will get that good stuff. The bar is made from the old organ. When we bought this place, the guy we bought it from had kind of like sold a ton of the stuff from out of here, and the organ, and that's the top for it over there. They had taken all kinds of metal for scrap. I don't think we have any scotch, but we will get it for you. So we used the old organ case to turn into a bar, and then a girl that was staying with us from Austria put this part of the old organ onto a table base. So this is Martin's bar. And yeah, oh my gosh, it would be great. You come on over and you get the hospitality rolled right out. I would love that. And I promise I wouldn't fangirl super hard. Just maybe, RX, you bet. How the heck are you? It has been a minute. It has been a minute. What are you thinking of them, honey? Are they going to be good? We'll go look at these finished ones. Oh, I don't want to try one. You try one.
I'm going to say they taste good regardless.
Martin always says they taste good. Can you give us some of your creativity? That's what I want to do. These are potato pancakes.
Have a taste. They're high protein. They're egg and
All right.
potato.
Let's have a taste.
Cheese.
I like Morton. Whenever Morton does TikTok videos, he gets me to taste it, and Morton always says it's good. Here, honey, you take half of it. Turn that alarm off. You take half. That's good. That's what Nate says. Honey, you don't hear that beepity beep beep? Beep, beep, beep. I'm flabbergasted. You haven't been on for a while. We've been doing great. We have been doing great. That's it. Nate says, that's good. If you don't follow Nate and Jen, you got to go do it. They're amazing. They are amazing. You guys are the dynamic duo. And with Minion, oh my goodness. And Jen, your little puppy is so sweet too. And Az. You guys are living the life. Joby, thank you. Morton likes to bake bacon, which is good. Morton's the cooker here. Made from leftover mashed potatoes. The church isn't hard to hate. Make bread for your baba. Yeah, do it. Follow Jen has some great content if you want to make good food. Martin makes really good food too. Jen is an incredible cook. I gain weight seriously just by watching Jen's videos. I'm gonna take you out and show you how we heat. It's warm in here in the winter. Some people think that the church is drafty. It's not. Out in the bell tower room, you can see hibiscus growing and blooming, and they're really tropical. But I'll take you to the magic stove. And the stove is kind of, it's not in the middle of the room. Ideally, I would have the stove sitting right here. I really don't tell Morton, but I really want to put like a grotto in the ground here, because this part is over top of a crawl space. And I think like a sunken hot tub heated with wood in here would be really, really good. Morton doesn't like that idea. Morton's more of the practical. I'm more the whimsical. But this is the west entrance. And this is the stove that heats it all. And like Morton, I don't worry about these things sitting out. And I'll show you Nate's tip that Morton did on our stove, and then he didn't finish it up because he said we wanted to make a TikTok on it. But he conditioned the top, and you can see the top to the back. This is our Sidor. You control the heat from this. Yeah, the pipes are incredible, but sadly they don't play. And then this stove, which it's burning at just at 400 right now. I'm not going to open it. It burns down. It's super hot and it's doing its thing, but it burns down. Smoke goes back here. The smoke is unburnt fuel, so it burns and then goes right up the chimney with not a lot of bad stuff in it. And that's our bucket of ash that we take out maybe twice a week. I mean, every 2 weeks. We bought the church. It was listed for $39,000. I came and saw it and fell in love. And I asked the guy if he would take $34,900, and he said yes. So, but it didn't look like this then. It was empty. It had garbage in it. It was, yeah. And it's under the roof. We have about 10,000 square feet of space. It's this big room, and then 14 other rooms. But we basically live in this part. Yeah, you can cook on that stove. I take sweet potatoes and I put on it, put them on in the morning, and they cook by the end of the day. The organ come with it. Oh yeah, the organ. Yeah, this used to live up in the loft. And the whole arch up there, the bell tower arch, was because the roof had leaks in it. That whole arch was crumbled and down. What's up with the dead trees? I love trees. So a lot of them aren't dead at all. They're paper mache, but I love bringing trees inside. I want to have 200 trees in this place. I want people to not know whether they're inside or outside. Because I would love to just live outside, but it's not really practical. So, yeah, it's a work in progress. Like today, I'm gonna take bark and put up on tomato cages to create some more trees, some pine tree kind of things. And it's always changing. It is always changing in here. And this year I brought in about 100 canna lilies to have in over the winter. Morton's going to actually try eating some of them because he says you can eat the bulbs. I'm going to make him taste them first. But yeah, I was making glass. And then I saw Nate popped on and Jen popped on. And I had to tell Morton. And Morton's doing breakfast for our grandsons visiting right now. We don't have pets. We have a grand pet. Down that end of the church has a 2,400 square foot apartment down under there. Full kitchen, bathroom, 2 bedrooms. It's really big and beautiful. And our son lives down there with his girlfriend. And their Chow Chow, Bon Bon, she's a fluffy baby. So Bon Bon is our pet. I travel a lot. I think I have 7 or 8 Christmas trees up, but we are getting a real one. I keep trees up year round because I love the seasons. I love the seasons. So it's always spring. This is the forest, and this is where we eat a lot of big meals. And because the church only has a couple light switches in it, everything is controlled by voice. Honey, would you ask A to turn on fairy, please? So the lights are all controlled by voice commands. And this is typically where we just sit and eat and chill. Everybody loves that space because you can see all 4 seasons from it. And I think it's the best view of the church. And then we sleep up in the east altar over there. And then back in through the doors, back in there is our, studio. And that's our movie wall. That wall is not painted. One of my kilns set out here. T, thank you. Martin's almost done with breakfast. It smells really good, and the potato cakes tasted really good. I think he's cutting sourdough just now. Is that what you're up to? Morton bakes. Our son doesn't do TikTok or any social media, and I don't ever film down there just because it's private. I threw this bag down last night from the loft. We were up there organizing, and I need to put that stuff away. So, yes, you've been following for a while. You absolutely adore the decorating style. My decorating style is I don't give a hoot what people think, and I just decorate for me. The first year that I put a tree up in here, I was going to take it down, and Morton said, "Why?" And I'm like, "Yes, why indeed? I will leave it up." It's, yeah. I think that's the secret of life. living your life without thinking about, does this look like a magazine? And I don't fuss too much. People worry about the cleanness of it. We have a robot vacuum cleaner. Nate has a robot lawnmower named Hank, which actually, that inspired us too to get the robot vacuum cleaner, because she keeps the floor totally clean. We don't do that. And Corey's been here. Thanks, Corey. For whatever reason, we don't get dust in the church. It's weird. You want to come visit and never leave. There's a lot to see here. Somebody said they wanted to come visit for an hour to see everything. And I said it would take a bit more than an hour. Back in here, we still have to do work in the studio. I call it the cemetery studio because that's our neighbors to the back. You've been gone so long. I'm happy you're here now. I gotta keep working on this because I gotta get the kiln loaded. I just had to fangirl because Jen and Nate came on. That's so cool. If you don't follow Nate, you need to. I accidentally bought this church. I was looking on Craigslist for blueberry bushes. I lived in my little dream home. Morton and I had bought an old house that basically needed all kinds of stuff done to it. Bought it cheap, fixed it up. I didn't have a kitchen in that house for about 10 months. And our kitchen was a 6-foot long table. And I was looking for blueberry bushes for sale. And something made me click on real estate. The little house was my dream home. It was my little dollhouse. It was affordable for us. It was close to Morton's work. And then something made me click on property for sale. And the first thing that came up said, old church for sale would make a good hunting cabin. And I was like, wait, a hunting cabin? And I looked and I fell in love. Morton was working that day. And I drove up with my son. It was not a lot of money. It was, in the big scheme of things, it was 39,000 was the asking price. I asked the guy if he would take 34.9. He said yes. And I did the deal before Morton knew. And Morton had the next day off work. And I brought him up. We came in the entrance over where the stove room is now. And I didn't tell him it was a church till we were at the top of the hill almost. We had almost bought a church when we lived in Scotland. So I knew he wouldn't be opposed to the idea. And I said to him, hey, Jess, I said, did I tell you it was a church? And he said, no, is it big? And I said, it's not that big. And we came up the hill and he's like, it's enormous. And I'm like, it's not that big. And we came inside and Morton said, yeah, gloves. Thank you. Morton said, why is it so cheap? And he said, I wonder if he'd take less. And I said, yeah, he'd take 34.9, and I bought it. And Morton didn't even miss a beat. Morton went to look to see what we had to do to get the water going, all that good stuff. It was really good. Thankfully, he was supportive and loved it too. I'm going to make a cardinal that's looking over its shoulder. And oh my gosh, my heart is still racing. I'm such a fangirl of Nate and Jen. I can't believe they're on the live. Can't believe it. Seriously. Yeah, Morton loved it as well. And it's it's just been a bit of a dream come true, hasn't it, honey?
What?
Living here.
Yeah. What is it? Are you?
I'm still alive.
Yeah, are you wanting your drink already?
I'd have water.
Right.
That would be great. Thanks, honey.
Did you get your
This
tablets?
is, I didn't get them. This is glass we make here. We have a kiln called a vitrograph kiln. And these are little peppermint sticks that I've made out of glass that I'm going to lay down in here to melt. And see if Nate and Jen came up. Jen and I could get creative together. That would be so much fun. That would be super fun. So I'll put some red ones on. And that's glass that we pull at 1600 degrees out of the vitrograph kiln. You bought your house and your husband was at work. Just bought it. Yes. I was worried that if I didn't buy this house, that somebody would come in and buy it, or the church, that somebody would come and buy it immediately. That's why I bought it. I'm just nipping these up. These little green bits. And little did I know, the guy we bought the church from, he paid $7,000 for it. And he had been trying to sell it for ages. And nobody bought it. It was waiting for us. I honestly feel that. And I honestly feel like nobody in the whole world would love this place as much as we do. And it's not for everybody. I get it. Living in an old church, people have misconceptions that it's haunted, that it's full of evil spirits. It's kind of bizarre when I hear those thoughts. It's the most peaceful place I've ever slept in. And I have slept in haunted castles in Europe, so yeah, allegedly. Our daughter bought her house over the internet without seeing it. Moved across country to a house that she had never been in, which I thought was super cool. We don't talk about religion or politics or sports on here. I think everybody has the right to do their own thing. But a lot of people think that my husband is a preacher, which I find hysterical. If you met Morton, you would also find that hysterical. We don't like to preach around. I think I'm putting these little chunks on of clear. They're going to make this tree look a little bit icy. Just a couple of them. Then this stuff's going to get put in the kiln, in that one kiln out by the pipe organ. And it'll bake for about 10 hours. And even though it goes up to like 1450 degrees, it sadly doesn't throw any heat off, which is good in the summertime because you wouldn't want the heat coming out in the summertime. But yeah, it's good. It is good stuff. Okay, so this cardinal, I gotta do 2 green Christmas trees too for people. And then I'm done making stuff for this year. I wish everybody was sitting here making creations. Martin could make us the yummy foods. Nope. These are snowman noses and cardinal noses. That's the way. I gotta go feed the birds. I gotta go fill the bird feeders too. And thanks, Holly, for the snowflakes. And thanks, Teresa, and everybody else that's been following. What a lovely, 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 lovely morning. Okay, now I have black glass. Where is that? Here. Use black glass, not that one, for making the little bits of the cardinal. That little part. Oh, I was looking right at the box and couldn't see it. This glass. And I'm looking just for the right size. Thanks, RX. This melts in the kiln. This melts in a kiln at about 1450 degrees. Let's see if that's the right size. That's the right size. That cardinal's looking over its shoulder. Yeah, the black glass looks so cool. And I like to make these cardinals sitting on a tree. So then we're gonna make some branches on here. Any glass will melt. This glass it's called COE 96, which COE is coefficient of expansion. So this all melts at the same rate, so it will all stick together. But any glass will melt. I have just heard a snoring ghost. And we do have church miracles happen all the time that some people could misconstrue as a ghost. I think it's handy little fairies that help us out. When things are lost, they get found easily. What is that color? That's black for a room. But church miracles, church miracles scared a person away once that was staying here with us. Thank you, honey. If he's watching his football, I don't care if the volume's up.
You just want to watch a movie.
Okay. I'm going to load this kiln in a minute. So, Martin, just pull this studio door shut.
Right.
I won't hear him. He won't hear me.
Do you want that heater on?
No, I'm warm. Okay, so the church miracles, this is how this goes. We'll say something or we'll be talking about something and it will just appear. And I know this sounds like hullabaloo, but it's totally true. So we have helpers that will come and stay here. They're called workawares. We've had from lots of different countries, people come and stay with us. I'm building a branch for the cardinal, because he just can't be floating around on nothing. So anyway, there were 2 people staying with us at the time. One girl was from the Czech Republic. One girl was from the States. And P.S., I call everybody girls. The one girl from the States was older than I am. I'm 61. Anyway, we were talking about church miracles and how things will just happen kind of with no explanation. And the girl Hedvika from the Czech Republic, she had wanted to put a puzzle together that we had. So I said, oh, absolutely great, do it, but there's a missing piece. I put it together I don't know. We tried to put it together many years ago, got it all done, and one piece was missing. And it was a puzzle I had gotten used from a thrift store. So now they were staying down in my studio at the time was down in the 2,400 square foot place where our son lives now. And so the girls were down there and Hedvika was putting together the puzzle down there. So she was real excited. She's like, I'm going to finish it tonight. They went to bed. She finished the puzzle, and that one piece was missing. I knew it would be. So her and Sherry looked all over, thinking maybe it was stuck in the box lid, whatever. And now Morton and I had tried to put that puzzle together upstairs here. And they were putting it together down in the old studio downstairs where our son lives now. And in the morning, they came up for breakfast because we were eating breakfast together. Well, Hedvika came up and she said, Sherry's really scared and she's going to leave today. And I'm like, what happened? And she said, last night we put the puzzle together. We were looking for the piece that was missing. And she said this morning when we came out, and there's a kitchen down there. They had a kitchen and a table down there as well. They came out to make coffee. And sitting beside the puzzle Like if this was the puzzle all put together, sitting right here beside the puzzle was the missing piece. Now we had lost that piece, or we had never seen that piece. 2 years before, we had tried to put it together on the one floor up, never found the piece, and it scared Sherry so much. She left, which I don't know why it scared her, because the things that happen are always like helpful things. Like Morton, I just made a video about this shovel that Morton uses for the ash in our wood stove room. Morton said, I need to get a shovel that's metal, because if I sweep up a hot ash, I don't want one of those plastic, or he said dustpan. I don't want one of those plastic dustpans that'll melt. And so we just talked about it that morning. Morton said those words to me. I need to get a metal dustpan for in the stove room. And Morton goes over into the woods to take a bucket of ashes over, and we spread them in different places in the woods, and then we get really great topsoil and we do composting, etc. Anyway, Morton goes over there, laying in the woods, right where he always goes. So he was just like there like 2 weeks ago. And he goes there, and there is this metal, it's an old metal shovel that is the perfect dustpan, missing the handle, laying there, just like somebody just placed it there for him. And it's just so weird. Like that will happen all the time. It happens with things that we lose in here. This is a big place, so things get misplaced. And I started, like, I don't even think about it anymore. If we're missing something, it happened the other day, actually, with this thing right here. This, I said to Morton, I have a USB plug. I knew that I had an extra one. I knew that I had this somewhere, but where? I mean, it's a big place. This room's 6,000 square feet in the big room. And the next morning, back at my watercolor, where I paint for Watercolor Wednesday, this thing was sitting like right in the middle. And I said to Morton, oh, you found it. And Morton said, I didn't find it. We have good fairies. Little guardian angels, yeah. It's bizarre. This right here. And it happens so often that I don't really even think about it anymore. It just happens. It's pretty cool. You love the channel? Roger, thank you. Thank you. But I just had somebody ask, they wanted to do a documentary and come here and do paranormal investigations. I do not want that. This place is not spooky. It's never been spooky. And I don't want it to turn into like the haunted church. And like people are already kind of weirded out that we live by a cemetery, even though it's like the bestest neighbors in the whole world. But people, like, their imaginations run away with them. So I kind of don't want that to happen. And we had, there's so much stuff I don't know in life, and I will openly admit that. I don't know a lot of stuff. And right now it's peaceful and lovely and wonderful. Like people tell us about the secret room, like, don't open it. You'll unleash something or whatever. And it's like, I do want to open it because I want to use it for I want to use it for the outdoor space to store our garden stuff at. But it's not because of the paranormal that I'm scared about that. It's a structural thing. It's our bell tower is 100 feet tall and 5 floors. So you just can't like knock a hole in the wall in the bottom. So we have to hire somebody to do that. And that's not going to be a cheap thing, and it's not a top priority for us. But people say don't open it because you'll unleash like bizarre stuff. Oh, Scotland. We almost bought a church in Scotland. We were gazumped. I lived there for 6 years, and we had put a bid in. You have to put a sealed bid in from the Church of Scotland, and then I think we had to wait like 90 days. Once a bid gets put in, they opened it up, and in 90 days they opened all the bids, and we were outbid by only one other person had bid, and they bid like 100 pounds more than us. It was heartbreaking. It was so beautiful. It was stone and had gargoyles, and you could see the northern lights from it. And if you were up on the top floor, you could look out and see the North Sea. That's the little eye. Yeah, if I was heartbroken for a while, but I'm a big believer that things work out. We get strung up and we worry about stuff that is kind of pointless. You know, I believe like work hard, keep working on your dream, mind your own business, stay positive, all those things. Like I don't like drama and getting into weirdness with people. We had friends at the time tell us like, you need to look into that. Yeah, maybe it is on it for them. They're like, you need to look into that. The guy at the Church of Scotland told somebody what price you were bidding. It was my own fault because I said to the guy at the Church of Scotland, how much should we bid? What do you think? And he said, I would bid whatever. It was ridiculously low. It was like 23,000 pounds. And that's what we bid. I wanted to bid 25,100 because I was thinking 24.9 might be a cutoff for people. But we didn't. We went with what the guy said. And somebody outbid us by like 100 pounds. So, but this church was meant for us. This church is, it suits us. And we moved back to, Morton had never lived in the States, but we moved here in 2006 to look after my mom had a bad stroke. And so it's just as good we didn't have that tie of the church. Whenever you're putting a hook to hang, the hook is, our church is in Pennsylvania. We live in Pennsylvania. We live about an hour north of Harrisburg. So the two pieces of glass will fuse with these metal hooks between them. And these metal hooks are high temp wire. They are, do I have it up here? No, I have it somewhere else to show you. I need a green tree. But my new phone won't tell me what time it is. Does anybody know what time it is? I'm sorry. Can we get a time check? I don't want to ask A. 10:51. Are you East Coast? There you go, Sheila. Got it. This is the cemetery studio where I've been working mostly from, and I need to jump off because I have a call at 11 a.m. Wait. What time is it? Oh, Ellen, you're in Central. Gotcha. I have a call that I got to get on, but thank you so much for hanging out. 7:15 in South Africa. Love it. Everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for being watching all the videos and having all the fun and watching me babble and babble and babble. Just found today. Super excited to follow along. Yay! Happy you're here. Go watch some videos. Check out some great creators. We have like one of the best groups on TikTok, I think. The 1870 Studio is all about the love and the helping each other. And we have some incredible creators that are on here right now. Sheila at Moon Hollow Studio is great. I don't know if Nate and Jen are still here. They're great people. We're one big happy family here. I'm happy you're here. Go enjoy your day and do something special and wonderful just for you today. Have a fun day. See you later. Bye bye.